My name is David Pais, and I am an Associate Vice President with Inspirage's PLM practice. I have over 15 years of PLM experience working both with on-premise and Fusion Cloud PLM systems. I specialize in really big strategic undertakings where the solution is highly complicated and touches many parts of the organization. In today's session, Brian and I will introduce you to one of such solutions, which is called security propagation. In addition, we will walk you through some examples where we can extend the Cloud PLM solution to save time on those repetitive tasks. And it also further secures the product and extends our automations to other verticals like health sciences and medical device companies, just to give you one example. Hi, Brian. Thanks for being with us today. Can you help tell us a little bit about yourself, your PLM background, and what you're helping clients with today, PLM and PLM Cloud-wise?
Hi, David. Hi, all. It's nice to be here. Thanks for having me. As David said, I'm Brian Pruzan. I've been involved in the PLM space for the past dozen plus years. I've worked directly in the life science industry as a director of enterprise applications, which, by the way, owned our enterprise PLM on-prem solution. And I've been in the consulting space for good 8 years, helping clients in a variety of verticals with their PLM needs and their PLM connected integration solution ties. So I'm a cloud architect in the Inspirage PLM organization for past 4 years, developing and designing solutions to extend the Oracle Fusion platform to meet use cases that our clients are needing, which are not out of the box.
Thanks, Brian. Tell us a little bit about your current client and what you're working on, and more importantly, explain their business needs around security, please.
Sure. Without naming the client, they're a Fortune 100 high-tech company that uses Oracle Cloud in a relatively broad manner. They use Oracle Cloud PLM, IM, PD, PDH, Quality, OTBI, to name a few. The platform touches on infrastructure data center build and operations, which consist of new product introduction, mass production, and end of life. The teams that are working on futuristic consumer products need to be real cautious as to who has visibility into their products, internal as well as external. Additionally, this client engages with suppliers. In a handful of use cases, require the supplier to have access to the product data early in the product life cycle to help with keeping costs down and going to mass production much faster.
Awesome stuff. So as with many clients, this company is very sensitive with the right personnel having access to the right product information. Can you speak to the security model and how it is implemented in the cloud, please?
Sure. Oracle Cloud's sophisticated security model, roles and privileges, provide the ability to configure the platform to address client needs, including powerful options to deploy privileges based on the hierarchy in the item class. This approach is used to address the needs of internal users at this client. But challenges arise when the use case is more dynamic. For example, when access is dependent on supply chain or quality assurance activity, like when sharing data with suppliers. Using PD's user interface, users can manage access through the Change Security tab and the Item Theme tab. But when frequent updates are required, this manual maintenance can become pretty time consuming. So a dynamic system for updating item team and change security tabs, that's not available out of the box in the cloud. And to reduce that manual effort and overhead, we implemented an automation that reads the suppliers required to access changes and assemblies and automatically applies the correct roles and actions or privileges to the corresponding records. This does reduce the overall click count and also ensures that manual mistakes are not inadvertently made.
Wow, that's really great. So you're protecting their IP, right? So while ensuring minimum manual overhead on maintenance from end users or operations. I would think a lot of other clients would have similar use cases where this type of solution would be really, really valuable, right? So, Brian, what are your thoughts on how this can be provided to add value to others, right? Not so much in high tech, for instance, with life sciences and medical devices, or maybe other regulations. Any thoughts there?
Yeah, great question, David. The framework developed for our security access propagation can be leveraged to address many different use cases. The solution's extremely extensible and can apply criteria-based security to items and changes. So for example, with ITAR, only certain item and changes may be accessed by users of the correct nationality or immigration status. However, exposing this sensitive HR information could lead to regulatory concerns. With the Oracle Cloud and our Inspirage solution, we could, behind the scenes, check the user data and automatically update items and change access. And for export compliance, we could use our security model and propagation solution to control which user has access to which product based on the Commerce Control List. This would provide a dynamic process for constantly adjusting users and role access to the relevant records only.
Real exciting stuff, Brian. I like the way we've taken one application and extending it to the broader audience, right? So, Brian, are there any other automations at Inspirage in process that you can give us a quick sneak peek of?
Well, as the cloud matures, so do the tools and the needs and experiences and use cases of the end user, if that makes sense. Our practice has provided extensive, elegant solutions, a lot of which make heavy use of Oracle reporting in the back end and leverage tools like application composer triggers and object functions and global functions and of course web services. One of our more powerful automations that has high visibility is the change validation framework. This it's essentially a rules engine, enabling client-specific business and data rules to be predefined and then enabled on a workflow. This eliminates the need for manual checking or manual reviewing of changes in some sense, ultimately reducing the click count and validating master data. The framework can handle countless scenarios or setups and can satisfy various business requirements, resulting in a set of informational data, warnings, and or errors to the end user, as well as enabling constraints to control the promotion or the restriction of a promotion on change workflows, for example.
Now, Brian, you mentioned reporting framework. So my next question is, how have you used OTBI, which is Oracle Transaction Business Intelligence, Oracle's reporting solution in Fusion, to further extend your automations to benefit clients?
Another terrific question, David. Oracle's reporting tools and OTBI are extremely powerful. So aside from using them to provide what you'd normally anticipate in giving clients dashboards or straight reports, we've made great use of it to embed a report into a form. For instance, out-of-the-box Fusion does not have a way to provide a form with a hyperlink, something you'd think may be simple. Yeah. However, by generating hyperlinks to whatever might be necessary, whatever algorithm might be necessary for our clients through OTBI in the back end, and representing them as the output of a report, we then embed it into the form and effectively give the form hyperlinks so the end users can click on them. Separate example, in the corrective action, preventative action world, where a change order might be tied to one to many kappas, we run a back-end report displaying a chart of, say, open and closed kappas, along with specific attribution regarding the kappa. And then the output is seamlessly embedded, or we seamlessly embed the chart onto, let's say, the change order. And kind of related, we do this quite frequently. High usage reports, we make it easier for end users to access by extending through a hyperlink on the actions menu of the object. So, by embedding the report with whatever bindings might be necessary, we expose common reports right on the item, assembly, or change.
Real great stuff, Brian. In short, can you speak to the business value that clients realize or will realize and the primary benefits of these solutions?
Sure. As powerful as Oracle Cloud PLM is, there are always gaps that clients will find with the platform that need to be solved through automations, integrations. By partnering or leveraging complementary tools or available integrations, there's a ton of added productivity, efficiencies, and cost savings that can be value added. Extending the solution with small automations, leveraging reporting or Groovy code, an application composer, page composer, tool suite stuff, or leveraging a solution such as this validation framework I quickly mentioned, add tremendous benefit to our clients' portfolios and solutions. The security access propagation automation is powerful. The extension provides dynamic security access propagation and streamlines authorization and access to product records and change data for their suppliers. Other organizations in the high-tech space, or really all verticals, can benefit from dynamically managing the control and update of the product record and change security. This solution can streamline complex business processes and reduce time-consuming efforts.
Great, Brian. And finally, Brian, thank you so much for your time and for such a great introduction to how our clients use automations, in particular, the security propagation solution that we covered and the reporting framework to further improve and control security. And to the broader audience, please contact either Brian or myself, David Pais, with any questions you might have.
David, it was great to have this opportunity to share and provide insight to some of the very powerful and elegant ways to help extend the Fusion platform and to share some of our experiences.